to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready? So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready?
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. Past the 45. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Niners take over on first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Check. Wide, get wide.
Play action, here's Purdy. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just have to know when it's time to go home. You got to know when the party is over, and I'm not taking anything away from the effort. It was a great job here by the quarterback to extend this play as long as he could, but instead of throwing it away at the end, he ends up taking the sack.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. On 2nd down, James. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They need 2. Here's Purdy. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Working his way out left. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. The rookie out of Georgia, Mike Williams, working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 9-7 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Check, pitch. Ready.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Black 40.
Throwing now is Rattler. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
Bailey in punt formation.
The Saints will punt this one away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At their own 33-yard line.
Man in motion here is Jennings. They'll start on the ground with James. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup in 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. No chance at all. He'll go down. Demario Davis. He gets into drop in for his 1st sack of the young season. Purdy. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, 49ers. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. Purdy and the 49ers will try to get 2 more. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Purdy and the 49ers will try to get 2 more. Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On first down. They'll start out with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Rattler now back to throw. That is caught, and he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down and goal to go.
Ready. 52 blue.
Kamara trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Again, it'll be Kamara, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play, and now it is third and goal.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
That is caught by the tight end. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll put Ayuk in motion. On first and 10, it's Purdy. Back into the hands of Watkins. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll find the open man. That's Watkins. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Checking this one down to James. The Niners use the first of their timeouts. As the clock stopped, 50 seconds to play until halftime.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Throwing the out route, Ayuk has it. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Throwing again is Purdy. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set. 45. Wide. Set.
Here's Rattler. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
On the ready.
Second and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Rattler. That's deep for Olave. And this will be incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
His pass right side, taken in by Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line.
That's good.
A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Saints first down.
39-yard line.
Down. Look ready.
Now Rattler going to throw. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
And it really starts with the blitz pickup by the guys up front. I mean, the defense, they sold out. They're trying to get home. The offense is ready. They end up using their aggressiveness against them, and they pick up a nice gain through the air.
To throw, it's Rattler. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Saints are able to get it back within a score.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
final second now of this first half as this one is away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Cut.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Hook's able to pull that one in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Let's go. Cut.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. The Saints lining up in punt formation as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they will finally bring him down, but what a call there. The fake works, big yardage, and the 1st down.
Certainly not the most creative way to pick up the 1st down, but Mike, no less effective. The offense gets to come back and maintain possession, and as the special team unit comes off the field, they did their job.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Now, faking the give. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
That big boy was moving, Mike. That was impressive. I mean, it's not easy to bring down this quarterback in any situation, but to hawk him down from his interior defensive line spot nearly out by the sideline, that's beyond impressive.
Ready?
Throwing now is Rattler. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll roll out here with Purdy. He'll get that one to James. It's complete. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
A nice gain out of that position, Mike, that we don't typically see get a lot of carries anymore. I'm a big fan of any offense that still recognizes the usefulness of that fullback position. Work him in every now and then as a ball carrier, and you can see it pay off.
Purdy using the pop pass. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be third down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Forced out to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Niners send their field goal unit on the field. This would tie the NFL record, a 66-yard attempt. To the marker, it's going to depend on the spot, but the first indication that he does not get there. In fact, he did not. It is a stop and a turnover on down.
Ready. Red 38. Strike two. Set.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Whoa. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Throwing on first down is Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. He's into space, past the 25. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The score, Niners 31, Saints 20.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. Shaheed now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Shaheed on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. Ready. Cut.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Set. Ready. 22 needle. Undercut.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
6 yellow. Cut.
Rattler now back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the count. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
They face second down and 7. Kittle is the man in motion. On the handoff, this is James. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Third down. Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Here's Purdy. That's taken in. but has the first down. They took the chance, threw it on fourth down, and they end up with first and goal. Here's James to the 5-yard line. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Saints' 5-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here, a short one to Taysom Hill. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Here's a third down and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38. Ready.
Throwing is Rattler. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now Rattler going to throw. This pass right side taken in by Cook. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
That's good.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
46-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10.
Black Ultra. Hey, red. Ready.
To throw, it's Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brings up second down.
Here's Rattler.
47-yard line.
Shaheed with the catch. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Come on, set.
They'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Looking to throw. Rattler. Oh, in trouble. And down he goes. Now, a big third down.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Sets up fourth down.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 43. Cut.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs. Kittle is the man in motion. Here's a give to James heading left. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So it's
a loose football. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
On fourth down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They have 2 timeouts, but not much time. Down 2 scores as we get to 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Catch is made there on the left side by Cook. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now, faking the give. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean,